Hello everyone and welcome to our today's YouTube video, Publish or Perish. If you are in the academia, I am sure you have come across of that statement. Today we will be talking about publication. If you are new here, this is Science Meets How. It's a platform for women by women. If you are aspiring to be a scientist, so come here and stay tuned, because publication is something very important in a life of a scientist. Welcome.
Let's look into details the whole process of publishing a scientific paper. Let us respond to this question. What is a scientific paper? A scientific paper is a written report describing original research results. Here, it means that it must be something you did yourself that is not plagiarized. Plagiarized means that you have taken someone else's research and then you have taken credit and say that it's yours. When you are publishing, it must be something original that you have done yourself or your team. Scientific papers are for sharing your own original research work with other scientists or for reviewing the research conducted by others. When do we publish? Before you publish, you have to get these two things. One, you have all of your research objectives accomplished. Because you need something to publish, you need some work to be done. So after you have done the work, now you can publish it. Secondly, you need to write down a draft of what you have done. Most of the time, a paper will have 3 parts or maybe 4. The introduction, the methodology, then the results, and after all, discussion. The draft of the research paper should be prepared. Also, you need to abide by ethical standards of writing. As you have said before, there are rules. Example, you don't have to use any restricted image or substance that you are not authorized to use. What are the steps of publishing? The first step is to find a journal. The second step is to prepare your paper. The third step is to submit and revise your paper. The fourth step is to track your paper, and finally you have to share and promote your paper. First of all, find a journal. It is very important to find a journal that is suited to your research. For example, if you are doing molecular biology, I'm saying molecular biology because I'm a molecular biologist, you will not go to publish in a social sciences journal. No, that is what we call a scope. You need to go in a journal that has the same scope as your research. Second step is to prepare your paper for submission. Now that you have identified your suitable journal, you have now to prepare your paper. Most of the time, journals have an outline of the essential steps that you have to follow while you are preparing a paper. Thirdly, you have to submit and revise the paper. When you have submitted the paper, reviewers who are other scientists will read your work. Then if there is anything to correct, they will send you back your work and you will correct. After you have corrected, now you will send it again for them to see if you have abided to what they said or if you have done whatever correction they have told you to do. After the completion of a peer reviewed paper, it can be rejected. It means that journal will not publish your paper. It can be accepted, which means that your paper will be online, people will be able to read. As we have said, you can be asked to provide minor to major revision. This can be time consuming, so you need to prepare for it ahead of time. However, online there is an option of tracking the progress of your paper. If the manuscript gets accepted, then after signing a publishing agreement, your paper will finally be published, which means that people will be able to read whatever you have done, your research online. 4. Track your research. You can track the status of your submitted paper online. 5. Share and promote. After your paper has been published, you have to share it. One of the social platform that is the best for that, for me, I think is Twitter. Research has shown that papers that are tweeted are more cited. Also, another benefit, if it's not to be cited, it is to share your research, accomplishments, and ambitions with a wider audience, which makes more visible in your field. Then you can be called in meetings, in workshops, and international conferences. Then you have a stronger reputation and you are promoting your research and also moving forward in your career. It's important here to take to your attention that in the academia, again, it is important to publish in order to advance in your career. At this step, we will hear a testimony from Mrs. Lucy Maina Gishuki about her research and how she was able to publish it. And please find below the link to her research.
I have published a paper with Scientific Archives. For me, at master's level is when I was able to do my very first publication. And for me, the journey was tough a bit, but easy at the same time because I had people who were guiding me through the process. First of all, we were able to do what we call a preprint, which I would encourage young growing scientists to begin from, where you publish a paper in a journal as a preprint. That is before it is peer reviewed and it can actually be presented to the public. For example, even in biological sciences, there is this preprint called Biorix. Even in medical sciences, we have Medrix. So those are preprint journals where even in the course of your research, maybe you have finalized one objective and you have enough content that you can actually post out there for scientists to know how you're progressing with your research, what are your results, any methods that you have come up with, you can actually be able to publish even before it is peer reviewed. And from there now, once you're done with all your objectives, then you can have it sent to other journals for now peer review and subsequent publishing. So for me, I first published in Biorix, and then after I was done with my whole research, I was now able to publish with Scientific Archives. Of course, now once you send your paper, they will do a review, they'll give you feedback, you'll do some revisions here and there. And finally, once you succeed, it can take, like a month, 2 months, depending on if there is a back and forth in terms of reviewing and making corrections. But otherwise, if your paper is well prepared, then it won't take so long. And once they publish for you, they give you a DOI, and you can be able now to share your research with the world. Thank you so much.